My name is Emma, and I'm a yoga teacher. I'm here in Los Angeles in my backyard, and I'm also the co-founder of Home for the Weekend Yoga Retreats. And I myself just returned from a nice hike in Topanga, and I'm going to lead everyone through a little post-hike yoga flow to kind of open up the body, get into the hamstrings, the quads, the glutes, and prepare you for whatever else it is you have to take on in your day, week, life. So if you have a yoga mat, get that. If you have 2 blocks, grab those, but you can always get creative. And then I'm also going to work with a nice yoga strap, but if you don't have that, you can use a towel or a scarf or a belt or a TheraBand or whatever. Okay, let's get started. So you're going to come down onto your back and just allow your legs to extend out long and your feet to flop open wide. Let your palms face up. So we're starting in a Savasana. It's usually where class would end, but today it's where we're going to begin. Press the back of the skull down. Use that to tuck the shoulders underneath you so that you have this lifted sensation behind the heart. And then root your heels down. You use that to kind of lift and then lower the tailbone. And then just feel your sacrum spread and widen. Catch a couple of really sweet, easy breaths in and out. And then you'll open up your eyes and you're going to grab on for your strap. And you're just going to make it into this like big noodle situation. So you don't have to do anything fancy or loop it up. And then you're just going to bring the ball of the right foot onto your strap. And then really press up with the ball of the foot into the strap. And then at the same time, pull down with your hands on the strap. So you find this push-pull, push-pull, push-pull. Bring your attention to your left leg. You can look down at it. Make sure all 5 of those left toes are shining up towards the ceiling. So you have this nice internal spiral of the left thigh. And then just take a couple of breaths here and allow the back of the right hamstring to open up. Nice. Then you're going to deliver both ends of the strap into your right hand. And then I like to bring my right elbow down onto the ground and bring my left hand onto my left hip, just to remind me that I don't want that left hip to open up. And then just begin to open your right leg out to the right. That's it. And then stay active in your left foot. All 5 of those toes shine up towards the ceiling. Drop the right shoulder down the back. And then just breathe into the inner seam of the right leg. Think that your right heel turns in and the toes turn out. Really good. And then come back up through center. This time you're going to switch so that the strap, both ends of the strap come into your left hand. And then any amount, just begin to allow the right leg to move slightly over towards the left, but only so much so that your right butt doesn't lift up off of the ground. So now we're opening up the psoas. Probably not the most pleasant feeling you've ever felt, but it's good for you. So breathe, don't resist it. And then come back through center, bring the strap into both, one end of the strap in each hand. And then just bring the left foot into the strap and release the right leg. That's it. And then really be specific. Make sure that the strap is on the ball of the foot, and then push up with the ball of the foot and then pull down with the hands. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. That's it. And then just notice, is one leg more tight or more open than the other? You're gathering all this information about yourself as you do yoga. And then look down at the right leg and make sure that all 5 of those toes are facing up towards the ceiling so that there's an internal spiral of your right leg. Nice. And then we're going to deliver both ends of the strap into your left hand. Maybe your left elbow finds the ground. I'm going to hold on to my right hip with the right hand and then just begin to open the left leg out to the left. There we go. And then think the heel turns in, the toes turn out, those right toes stay nice and flexed. Breathe in, breathe out. And then make your way back through center. And you're going to bring both of the strap, both ends of the strap into your right hand. And now any down. Ooh, and you don't have to go too far to feel like a pretty big sensation. Begin to drop your left leg towards the right. And then only go so far that your left butt isn't lifting up. So we don't want it like that yet. And then just breathe into the psoas, open it up, a T-band, all super duper tight. And then come back to center, ditch your noodle, place it towards the top of the mat, and then just bring your hands behind your thighs. You can rock a little side to side at first. And then begin to rock forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. Maybe your feet tap behind you, and then you find a moment to balance on your tailbone. And then we're just gonna turn around. I've gone out of screen. We're gonna turn around and come onto all fours. So you're gonna find a little tabletop. I'm gonna tuck my shirt in so you can see, but you're stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over the knees. You can use your blocks to make sure you found a really nice, clean measure. So if you're hanging out too far back in the heel of the hand, your block is gonna tell you it's gonna tip back. If you're too far forward, you're gonna have all this negative space. So find the center of the palm. Do the same thing on the right. So you want to really be able to use your yoga practice to help you measure up, so you're not just like relying on your feelings, which are changing, especially these days. We spend a lot of time in our feelings. So use a recipe, something you can rely on. That's it. And then right away, just tuck your toes, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. And then just pedal out through the knees. So find the balls of the feet, wake up the backs of the legs, begin to like coax your hamstrings open. Nice. And then find stillness. Both of your knees are bent. Your sitting bones shine up towards the ceiling. Find a little back bend behind your chest, and then shoot it forward and find a plank. Make sure that the heels of the feet are stacked right over the balls of the feet. Broaden through the collarbones and look out. And then lift your hips up and back and find a downward facing dog. Again, inhale forward, find your plank and look out. Exhale, lift your hips and find your dog. Last time, inhale forward and exhale back. Great, and then just go ahead and lunge your right foot outside of your right pinky. Heel in, toe out, drop your back knee down, and keep your toes tucked. Now I'm coming up onto my finger tops just so I can like fluff up through my lungs, and then back bend. And think that the back bend starts from your back left pinky toe. And then as you exhale, shift your weight back and straighten the leg. Open up the hamstring. Inhale, come forward, back bend. Exhale, straighten the leg, shift your hips back, and then just move with it. And just like notice, how are you feeling? What's tight? Again, use your breath to kind of iron out the edges. And then we're gonna land with that front right knee bent. Go ahead and tuck your back toes and lift the back knee. If you have a block, this is where you're gonna grab on for it. You're gonna slide it right underneath your left thigh. And it's gonna be on its highest and skinniest setting. And that's just gonna give you a boundary so you're not sinking too deep into that left thigh. And then you're gonna trace a little diagonal up and over towards the left. And then bring your right hand onto your right thigh and spiral your left ribs towards the right. Option to extend your arm up towards the ceiling. Okay, one more option. You can bend your back left knee, catch on for the back of your ankle, and then kick your foot into your hand, open the whole thing up. Breathe, open up your left quad. Nice and easy, release the foot. You don't want it to like slingshot back. Bring your hands down, move that block out of the way, and then just make your way back into your downward facing dogs. In between sides to wipe the slate clean, we're gonna come forward and through into a plank, and then we're gonna allow the pelvis to swing forward. It's a modified up dog. Toes stay tucked, legs are engaged. Don't jut up with your chin. Lift up through the crown of the head, broaden through the collarbones. Exhale, hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, reach your butt up. Great, and then lunge the left foot forward. Heel in, toe out, outside of your left pinky finger. Drop your back knee down, keep the toes tucked. Come up onto your fingertips just so you have a little bit more room. Yeah, you can bounce around a little bit. And then back bend, take a breath in. Think that the back bend starts from your back right pinky toe. And then as you exhale, shift your hips back. And then inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale, and just move with it. Explore what's feeling tight. You can linger in a spot that feels good or tight or needs a little bit of attention. Great. Land with the front knee bent. Go ahead and tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Go ahead and grab on for your little kickstand. It might not feel like your friend right now, but it is. Okay. And then you're gonna take a little diagonal. Crawl the fingertips up and over towards the right. Your left hand, plug the right shoulder down the back. I'm telling myself that too. Begin to spiral left ribs on top of right. Maybe your left arm reaches up. Maybe you bend your right knee. Catch on for the back of your ankle. Kick the foot into the hand. Open the whole thing up. So good. Release the foot. Release the hand. Move the block out of the way. And make your way back into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Reach your butt up. Wrap your armpits in towards your chest. That's it. And then go ahead and lunge the right foot forward. Option to grab on for 2 blocks here. Take an inhale, back bend and pull the heart forward. Exhale, straighten both of your legs and fold. Let your head release, and then just move with that. Inhale, bend into your front knee. Exhale, straighten both of the legs and fold. Inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten. One more time. Inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten. Then go ahead and pop the back foot in. Turn the heel down. I'm going to ditch my left block. I'm going to draw the right block back ever so slightly. And then go ahead and flip your right wrist around so that all 5 of those fingers spin back, and then take a little bend to your elbow. Left hand is going to find your sacrum. Look forward, keep looking forward, keep looking forward, keep looking forward, and then begin to turn yourself open for this triangle. Spin your left palm forward so you have this nice open channel with the lungs from your right hand out the left fingertips. Breathe. Nice. And then release that. Move your right block out of the way and come back into your downward facing dog. This time as you inhale, come forward. Take a big breath in, and then bend your elbows and lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. Okay, we're gonna come up onto our forearms and find a little Sphinx pose here. So make sure that your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Drag the palms back. Lift up through the crown of the head. And then you're gonna bend your right knee towards your butt. And we're gonna work with a couple of options here depending on how open your quads are, how open your hamstrings are, how open your shoulders are. You might be in a different place. So, this is a great place to stay, just like this. Maybe you reach your right hand back and you hold on to the inside of your right foot. Maybe you begin to turn all 5 of your fingers over all 5 of the toes, shine your right elbow tip up, and then maybe you begin to lift up on your left hand. Whew, that can be a lot though. So, wherever it is that you are, breathe, and then go ahead and release the foot. Come back to your Sphinx pose, big breath in, and then just root the palms down and come back into your downward facing dog. Nice. And then go ahead and lunge your left foot forward. Grab on for your 2 blocks if you have them. Maybe you don't need them. Back bend, take an inhale. Exhale, straighten both of your legs and fold. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Carve the left hip back. Last time. And exhale. Great. And then you're gonna pop your right foot in, turn the heel down, throw your right block out of the way. You can slide the left block a little bit so that the wrist is really right underneath your shoulder. And then maybe you try and flip your wrist. Right hand is gonna find the sacrum, like it was like the elbows shining up, like it's a handle on a teacup or something. Look forward. Keep looking forward, keep looking forward, keep looking forward, keep looking forward. And then you can reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, spin the palm forward towards the top of the mat. There we go. Breathe in and out. take up space. Imagine you were a little compass. Find north, find south, find east, find west. And then go ahead and release that and make your way back into your downward facing dog. And then as you inhale, come forward, find your plank. Bend your elbows in one piece, lower all the way down, untuck your toes, and come back into your Sphinx Pose. Great. So again, you want to make sure that your elbows are in line with the shoulders, tops of the feet root down, pelvis heavies, and then just imagine you could drag the palms back. And then any variation, maybe you stay right here, just bending the left knee in and thinking that the heel comes closer to the butt. Maybe you reach your left foot back and just hold on the left arm back and you just hold on for the inside of the foot. Maybe you begin to turn the hand, line up your fingers with your toes. So like your left pinky fingers over the left pinky toe, etc., etc. And then you wing your left elbow tip up towards the ceiling. I'm not even going to try and straighten my right arm on this side, because I know that's not a good idea for me. So the point isn't to like go into the deepest variation in the pose. It's to find a place where you can have an experience, where you can open yourself up, and most importantly, where you can breathe. That's it. And then wherever you were, go ahead and release that. Come back to your Sphinx. Press your palms down and find your downward facing dog. A little bend to your knees, sitting bones reach high. And then go ahead and extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee, open up your hip. And then option 2, flip the dog. That's it. Reach your right arm up and over the ear. Maybe you bend your elbow. Catch on for the back of the skull. Let it feel good. Yes. And then come back to your 3-legged dog and find your pigeon pose. Best pose ever. Yeah. And you can grab on for one block and place it underneath your chest and one underneath your forehead. And if you're able to pause this and hang out, count to your own age. Otherwise, we'll just be here for a couple moments. Begin to walk the hands back underneath your shoulders, come up to sit. And then we're gonna swing our left leg around. I'll come to face you so you can see me. So we're coming into our double pigeon pose, not everyone's favorite pose. If you're like in hell, you can always sit up on a block, on a blanket, on a bolster of some kind, or if it's just like not happening, take it into a cross-legged position, no big deal. Great. So you really wanna stack your right knee on top of your left ankle and your left ankle on top of your right knee. And then we're just gonna take a little side bend. So you're gonna take both of your blocks, you're gonna stack them up, then you're gonna bring your armpit right on top of, right over those blocks. Your right fingertips are gonna find the ground, and then your left arm is gonna reach up and over the ear. Breathe in and out, keep firming your left butt down to the ground. And then come on up, we'll do it on the other side. So stack up your 2 blocks, now outside of your left hip. Drape the left armpit over the blocks, plug the left fingertips down, reach the right arm up, and then keep pressing your right butt down. Breathe in and out. And then lift yourself up. And then we'll just take a moment to fold forward. I like to use a block here as well to support the head. You can tip it down to its medium setting. Then you can grab on for opposite elbow and then just back bend, come on up, and release the hands. And then no need to go back to a down dog or anything. We're just gonna swing the right leg back and come into our pigeon on the left. So I'll get back on my mat here. But we're coming into our pigeon. You can set up your blocks however you like to use them. Again, if you can, pause and, pigeon forever. Otherwise, it'll be a quick reprieve. Let your upper body release. And then begin to walk your hands underneath your shoulders, come up to sit, and now we're swinging the right leg around and coming into our double pigeon on the other side. Didn't say this on the other side, but it can be quite helpful to kind of pull your butt out of the way, and that's gonna help you really find your seat underneath you so you can plug into the earth. And then we're gonna take our side bends. So you can stack up your blocks outside of your left hip this side, first time. Tent up onto your finger tops, reach the right arm up, and then keep plugging your right butt down. Really good. Come back up through center, we'll take it on the other side. So it's really nice to use props, give yourself some support, something to plug into. There's something oddly soothing about having a block in your armpit. If you've never tried it, try it, and then let me know. I think you'll agree. Root your left butt down. There we go. And then come on up. And we're gonna fold it forward, hinging forward here. Grab on for a block, place it wherever feels good. You can rock your head from side to side. And then grab on for opposite elbows and then just unfold yourself. Great. Now we're gonna come into a wide-legged fold. So bring your legs out as wide as you can. Again, you can use your hands to pull your butt out of the way. Can you see my feet? I think you can see my feet. We want all 5 of the toes shining up towards the ceiling, just like we did at the beginning of class when we were on our backs. We wanted to make sure that standing leg was nice and strong. There we go. And then rather than like rounding forward, tilting forward into it, think that you hinge forward, hinge forward, hinge forward, and fold any amount that feels good. And then I'm gonna use blocks again because it doesn't make you like an amazing yoga person if you don't use any blocks. In fact, the more advanced you get, the more you don't care. And then you can take your first one on the lowest and longest setting, the second on its highest, and then just fold in. Slowly begin to lift yourself up. And then we're going to bring the legs into a diamond shape. I like to use a block here as well because my inner groin is quite tight. So that might be your experience too, especially after a hike. So just fold forward, let your head find the block. Begin to roll yourself up, and then we're just going to end in a tall seat. So you can either cross your shins or you can sit in a hero's pose, Virasana. That can be really nice on a block as well. Some people like it more with 2 blocks. If you're doing that, again, pull your butt out of the way. You can place your palms to face down on your lap wherever you are. Close your eyes. Feel your butt bones rooting down into the block. Feel your collarbones nice and wide. Feel your armpits nice and wide. Feel the crown of the head lifting up. Know that behind you is your past, and in front of you is your future. To the left of you, the sun rises. To the right of you, the sun sets. And then right in the center of all of that is you. So just taking this time to connect with yourself so you can extend back out into the world and do whatever you gotta do. Bring your hands into a prayer at the center of your chest. Bow your chin. Thank yourself for taking time